All right, we want to talk the 4 phases of fitness today because depending on what stage you're in, you kind of transition between them. Okay, so on the top bar here, eat less, move just enough. This is typically where we recommend most people hang out if they've got weight to lose. They're geared towards losing 20 plus pounds and we want to do it the right way. So that boils down to just really 5 categories. You control your calories in a place where at least you'd estimate you'd lose maybe a pound a week. You drink your water, you get your sleep, you get just enough exercise. Typically, you can't handle the demands of a pro athlete schedule when you're eating less. You've got to kind of balance that recovery time with enough calorie expenditure to lose fat. So that typically means, walking 8,000 to 10,000 steps a day, strength training at minimum 3 times a week, but not going to extremes, which is where you kind of find people end up, where they eat less, move more model works fastest in the short term, tends to kind of fizzle out. So that means doing boot camps multiple times a day or at least nightly, pairing that with low calorie diet, adding on a bunch of cardio. Yes, you will lose fat in the short term, probably some muscle too, but you'll burn out because your body will set off some alarm bells and try to slow down your movement the rest of the day, which actually makes a bigger difference in terms of the calories you expend each day, like your non-exercise activity, walking, parking further away. That can account for as much as 30% of the calories you burn. Whereas if you're training too hard, too intensely in the gym, your body's going to try to make up that difference elsewhere, especially if you're eating less. So these are only in extreme short-term periods, bodybuilders preparing for a show the last few weeks, that kind of thing. Okay. So you shouldn't hang out here, most likely. Eat more, move more is typically where we want people to transition to the maintenance period, right? So they've lost the weight they wanted to lose or close to it. They transition into calorie maintenance. So roughly speaking, the amount of calories you need to maintain your current weight or a small surplus, and you balance it out with, because your body can manage the recovery of a little bit harder workouts, maybe a bit more movement, playing more sports, that kind of thing. It's a great spot to be. It's where you should generally try to spend most of the year. But in order to get there, you've got to kind of get through this phase where you get the fat off that you want to lose before making that transition. Because you will likely maintain your weight here, no matter how much you're doing exercise-wise. To expect to lose a lot of body fat, tall order, body recomposition may happen. But this is not optimal in terms of fat loss, but certainly optimal in terms of keeping your results. That's clear. Exercise isn't a great driver of losing weight on its own, but a very effective tool to maintain, to keep the results you got from a diet, for example. Eat more, move less. This is for those hard gainers that can't put on weight no matter what they do. For the majority watching this, you're probably jealous of those types, but they're considered ectomorphs if you believe in body types, and they want to put on some weight, put on some muscle. So they likely have to downregulate their activity, which is naturally high in these people most often, and eat sufficient calories and a surplus to put on muscle, put on some, you'll put on some body fat likely at the same time, but not likely for the majority to be here for long. The holidays, maybe, you go for a week vacation, you're not geared to moving much and you're eating more. Naturally, those will happen, but to be a strategy, not really a good one for the majority of people, all right? So to recap, if you're looking to lose weight, eat less, move just enough. Transitioning to eat more, move more is sort of the method to the madness to kind of maintain your results and your sanity going forward. All right. Talk soon.